Congratulations to Sharon Hoffman, this month's Community Heroes winner. Sharon and her husband Roger have always been active in the communities where they have lived. When they moved to Kearney from Cambridge in 2005, Sharon immediately began volunteering in her home.
Roger's involved with Habitat. We both just got involved with different things, through Rotary. For me, it's through Rotary, Red Cross, and church, and because of things that I do at church, I'm involved with Jubilee Center now. I've been a volunteer with the Red Cross since probably about '98. We were living in Cambridge, so it would have been the Southwest Nebraska Red Cross chapter at that time. But then when we came to Kearney, I became involved with the Red Cross here. And so one of the main things I do is respond to single-family fires, here in Kearney and in the area. And that's very rewarding, because if you have a fire, and even if you have insurance, and even if you have a support system around, it's still, I think, comforting for someone from the Red Cross to show up and to be sure that they have a place to stay that night, that they don't have to worry about, because sometimes you have a fire and you lose everything, so you don't have money, you don't have a credit card, you have nothing. So we can give them something that's called a client assistance card, and if the situation calls for it, be sure they have food for the next few days and a place to stay and at least 2 sets of clothing. So it's very rewarding. I have done national disasters. I haven't been out for a while, but it was my privilege to be in New York right after 9/11. I spent 3 weeks in New York working with the Red Cross, and also after Katrina. New York, I was there right away. Katrina was 3 weeks later. In New York, I worked in a respite center, and I was where the utility workers, because sometimes when they came down there, they didn't go back out, so they could come to the respite center, take a shower, eat, and sleep, and then go back out. And we even had things like new boots, jeans, because when they were working out there, that was hot. It was still really hot, so the soles of shoes would melt, and so they would need those kind of things. It was really interesting too, because they had Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. They had clerical services there, and they had found at the Oklahoma bombing that for some of the workers, it was so overwhelming that those that had those issues really needed that help there. Well, if you're thinking you want to do some volunteer work, you're not really sure what you want to do, try different things out, or call and just visit with some people.